Good morning, Discord. Morning, YouTube. Let's get into it. Okay, so from last session, not a lot of movement in after hours. A slight jump up in pre-market this morning. So let's see if we get this pullback. We want to. Okay, so I've already marked out the lick boxes for the Discord, so we're gonna watch out for this. All right, this is what we want to see. This is our goal. Ready? We're gonna use a 5 for this. One of two things is gonna happen. I already have it on the screen, actually. Everything's already on the screen. It's already on the screen. Okay, on the 30-minute, we are high above the water. So we're sideways here. We're high above the water, maybe in our weak bear cycle. So our weak bear cycle should continue us up. Okay. All right, now we want to see if we're going to break this lick box, right? And then retest the lick box and continue. So let's let the early candles play out. We're above the water on the 1 minute, starting our bull cycle. Uh, 84.70. Let's see what happens if we get to 84.70. I'll mark it out. We're in the data gathering portion of the session. We're gathering our information. Here's something we need to think about, Discord, is that, because I know one issue is, or you know, when I started, an issue that I had was I always thought I was too late on the play. I always thought I was too late, you know, the big move would happen, and then I know I wouldn't be comfortable with the red candle that I know is going to come next, so I would just hesitate and sit out. If you think about it, if we only go in on right shoulders and handles, that means there has to be a pullback or a retracement, right? If we only go in on right handles and shoulder, or excuse me, on right shoulders and handles, then that means every single time we go in on a play, you should expect a pullback. You see what I'm saying? So think about that, all right? Before you let the red candle scare you out, think about that. If we only go in on right shoulders and handles, remember, a right shoulder looks like this, a handle also looks like this, or something similar. That means there's always going to be a pullback, right? A pullback before continuation, a pullback before continuation. So if you think you're late on the play, that's by design. The reason for that is to reduce the risk. That's by design. Okay, so we see the quick pop up before the pullback, right? Quick pop up, pullback. Okay, there we go. Now let's see how far the pullback goes, right? So if you aren't in the Discord, there's no way you could have known that at, what time is it? That 3 minutes before the market opened at 9:27, I informed the whole Discord there might be a push up before the pullback. So we already expected this. Here's a slight push up, here's a pullback. Now let's see how much the pullback is, right? We're gonna see if they get below the water here. Let's see if they test the 20. The 20 is at 81.01. Let's see if they want to grab some liquidity before they push up, right? Do you see why I marked out 84.70 now? We had to know if we're going to break above this before we make any moves. Very simple. Very simple. Look, see, look, the push up and then the pullback, right? So my Discord, fully aware. You don't have to believe me. Send me an email. You can get in the Discord and see for yourself. You'll have to join the live stream section for right now, and you'll see. Everyone was already prepared for this. 3 minutes before the market opened, a quick push up and then the pullback. My Discord members already prepared for this. There's no surprise here. We already know what's going to happen before it happens. There's no surprise. So because everything happened the way I said it was going to happen, not that I knew it was going to happen, but again, if this happens, then this other thing happens, right? So because of that, because I know this thing happens, now the day's setting up, right? Now the day's setting up. So if they want to push it down, you'll know it's, got to be below 82.73, and then we'll look to target 82.26. Now in the Discord, I know I always tell you guys to wait the 15 minutes. I know I always tell you wait the 15 minutes. We don't like to trade too early, but sometimes when you you just know, and that'll take time. So I don't expect you to go in on plays from this, because I've never done it right this morning like how I did this morning. I never really done that. Told you what's gonna happen before the 15 minutes because I don't like to give bias. However, when you know, you just know, right? So, yeah. When you know, you just know. And it's not that I knew, it's just that there's a balance of probabilities. So based on a balance of probabilities, I knew the most likely action was going to be a push up before the pullback. I already knew that, right? And it's all happening exactly how it should. 3 minutes before the market opened, my Discord members already knew what was going to happen. And eventually, maybe in time, you guys will start to see the pattern and you'll know, when to take trades. So if you're not in on this trade, I don't expect you to be in on this trade. I definitely don't expect that. But I'm showing you what's going to happen in time. How you will be able to do the same exact thing, and it's not smoke and mirrors. It's just simply understanding market structure. We had a very high likelihood of this thing happening. Very high likelihood. Not that we knew, just the probability, right? And I don't expect you guys to take these type of plays before the market opens. I want you to learn the craft before you start taking these type of risks. Learn the craft first. It takes time. If you think you're gonna get in here and within a couple weeks or even a month, that's not a thing. Give yourself some time. All right, we're gonna let a couple cycles go by today. I want to let it. This is one. Let's let 3 cycles go by. Okay. I'm here. I'm just being quiet. I'm letting the market set up. Right? It's going to reveal itself. Right? They're respecting the algos. We're going to use. We can't use pre-market today. Today is going to be organic. We have to do it on the fly today. We got to do it on the fly. They didn't use pre-market. Knowing, you got to know when to identify when they're using pre-market algos and when you're going to have to do it on your own. Sometimes you could use pre-market, sometimes you can't. There's no rules to it. You gotta just see it, right? But that vision, it's not like you're not going to, or some special ability. It just takes time. We're gonna let 2 cycles play out today. 2 more cycles play out, and then we're gonna get our setups. We're almost at the holiday, so if you hesitate on a play and it goes without you, don't feel bad about it. We don't want to risk anything today, okay? Today's gonna be a short day for me anyway, so let's not risk a lot. Here's the thing. Before the market opened, I already said what was gonna happen. Exactly. If you didn't take that trade, chances are today you're just going to be hesitant, or you're like, dang, I should have listened, or then you're going to be hyper focused on the wrong thing that I said, but you said this, because you feel FOMO. FOMO is going to start to lead you in the wrong direction. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the next time an opportunity may present itself, you may want to jump in, and the FOMO is going to cause you to take riskier plays than you should have. So the reason I'm saying that, if you're more business oriented, business minded, you're less likely to get caught in FOMO trades. Okay, look, Discord, look, this is it right here. It's a wide range, but it's, what are you going to do about it? This is a wide range. So I get it. Up here, you're like, man, towards the end of the day, when it does this, I'm going to feel like he drew it way up here. But you're also going to say, but I'm in the lick box now. I don't know. I'm confused. So wait a few cycles. You don't have to figure it out now. Wait a few cycles. We're going to get it. Now, you're not going to get as much. We're not going to get 100% of the move because I like less risk. So with less risk comes less reward. We're going to use magenta as our micro today. It's not going to be our macro. I can just tell you that right now. So as of right now, it's not going to be today. It's not going to be the break of magenta. The break of magenta is not going to be a thing at all today. It's going to be the break of something else. It's not magenta. Magenta is going to be our micro. Meaning, if we see magenta present itself, that's going to be the selling channel. So if you're in puts, this is where you want to hold on single contracts until it breaks. You may not see it now, but I'll show you. Watch. This is only gonna be for Discord. I'm gonna mute YouTube. Give me one moment. Look, I'm back live. If you're not going to treat this like a business, stop playing with your money. Because your emotions, the red candles, if you're not equipped for this type of stuff, for the red candle, then there's no way you can make money. There's absolutely no way. You have to be okay with the red candle. So look, we're below the water. If this wants to continue down, look for a rejection somewhere. Look for a weak bull cycle. Watch, I almost want to say it, but I don't want to say it. I want to say it's about to get a lot easier from here, but it would just be too perfect. It would be too perfect. We're going to test purple. We're going to test purple for our puts. So we want to see if they're going to. Let me draw that a little bit better. We want to see if they're going to do that. Otherwise, if they get up here, probably gonna do this to at least our target. So let's see if they respect the algos. So far, it looks pretty clean. So far, the good price action. It's clean. Now we're only halfway through our second cycle, so if you're being patient, you're waiting, just be patient, just wait. We're halfway through the cycle number 2. So if you're waiting for all 3 cycles, that might be advantageous. I do see plenty of liquidity built up right here. Plenty right here, a lot. So there's nothing to do in this little tiny range right here, right? There's nothing to do in here. This is a 50-50. This is the dance. We just don't know which way the leader is gonna lead us. Is he gonna lead us to the lambada, or are we going to the? Someone give me another sexy, sultry Latin dance. Let me get a suggestion. Oh, salsa. Is it going to be the lambada or the salsa? I haven't heard the word lambada in a long time, by the way. I'm old. Bachata. Oh, dang. I had Mr. Alvaro. I had the best resource for that question. And I swung and missed. My bad, Mr. Alvaro. Bachata. Okay. Horizontal. DC's trying to get me canceled. DC almost had me read that out loud. Alright, look at this liquidity building up. This is great liquidity. This is awesome liquidity building up. This one should be easy here. This one should be easy. Okay, we're gonna do a little experiment. I'm not gonna walk through this one. I'm gonna let the Discord decide whatever you guys think. I'm not gonna walk through it. This should be pretty clear. Let's see if you guys are trained up. Let's see what you got. Make your call outs in the chat. So we're testing blue and purple right now. All right, the 5 says we are above the water, maybe about to start our bull cycle. It's thin liquidity here. It's thin liquidity. The 30-minute says we got some room for the down. So we're sideways. This is sideways. Don't jump in here. The 30-minute says we got room for the down. But the 1 minute says we have to wait. This has to be obvious. It can't be. Let it be obvious. We're getting conflicting info. The 5 says sideways, the 30 says down, and the 1 says up. Right? If I had to, I'd probably want to rely on the 30 at this point. Just me personally, I would probably rely on the 30. But we'll know if we get above 84.70. All right, let's see if we get a little dance on the break of our lick box here. So the first flexion point was actually here. It's a little short of it, so a little short. We'll see. See, the first flexion was right here at 82.71. I may have been 20 cents off. I may have been 20 cents out of $683. I may have been 20 cents off on this flexion point here. So let's wait to see if they build up the liquidity here and then push up. Because on the top of this lick box, you see this is where the short-term liquidity is. Let them figure it out right here. Okay. This 30 has to be a weak bear for this to go up. It has to be such a weak bear. Let's see. It's got some bullish volume. Got bullish volume coming in. Okay. Okay. What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to move the blue just to suit my needs to make it look like I'm a gangster. I'm going to let it play out. I'm not going to try to make it look pretty. I'm going to leave the algo the way it should be. This is where it should be, so I'm just going to leave it. If they faked out, then they faked out. There's nothing you can do about that, but this is where it should be, so I'm going to let this play out. This is a business, and I know it's really hard to be wrong twice in a row, so just don't over leverage. Okay. We're above the water on the 1 minute. Purple's still holding up. Purple's still holding up, so we didn't get above this flexion on blue, so give it a second. We're at the 50-50, right? We're at 50-50. This is the 50-50 here, just in case you couldn't tell. Like, because you got 50%, 50% shot going up, 50 down from here, right? So we're at the 50-50 now. So whichever direction it's going to go, you're not going to be late. Just don't overstay your welcome, because they're going to, you know, allow it to go into profit. Don't overstay your welcome. So look, wait, here, watch. See if I can do this quick enough. Here's a little short-term range. So we're looking for green for calls and either purple or red for puts. Other than that, you're stuck in between. You're stuck in between this liquidity level, right? So don't get caught in here. Purple's still holding up. Purple's still holding up, right? Technically, blue and purple are still holding up. Let's see if we're going to build in blue and break green. It's in the range. I would put 2, but it's in the range, so this still has to be a 1. Normally it would be, this one would be a 2, but it's still in the range, so it's... Technically it has to be a 1, so I'm going to leave it as a 1. Just to, you know, these are our rules, going to stick to the rules. If we stay inside purple and make 83.74 support, let's look for calls on green. And then calls on green, you know the target. What is it? 84.70. All right, we broke purple. All right, we broke purple and we might have some confluence here. This is 50. There's no man. This is no man's land. There's no trading in here. Use this range. Use this little range. If you're taking purple, that's on you. So let's see if it's going to be build in purple and then break, build in magenta, break purple for the puts, and then build in blue and break green for the calls. Okay, those are our setups. We probably should have waited one more cycle, but I think you guys are antsy, so. This is the middle of the water. There's no trading in here, right? There's no trading in here. Unless you know something I don't. I'm going to clean up the chart just a little bit. don't get caught inside of this green and red range. If you do, that's on you. That is on you. We've already identified the risk. We've identified the risk. I'm going to clean up this chart. The same concept applies, right? It doesn't matter when. This is still the liquidity. It doesn't matter when. If we get to a certain level, this will change, right? Then I'll adjust. But as of now, wait, what the heck? Oops. I think I hit a weird button, so something messed up. My bad. Okay, look, right here, do you see how the wicks right here formed a rejection instead of this right shoulder forming support? So it's important to pay attention to these candles, right? It's important. It would be obvious. See how it's rejection, rejection. See all the wicks up here? We wanted to see it get above and then some wicks on the bottom, right? To show that it's pointing up. So we had our criteria. It needed to form support here, not resistance here. You see the resistance patterns, all these wicks? It needed to form support, so the wick should be on the opposite side. So while we're in here, there's no trade. Very simple. I'm gonna clean up the chart. You don't even need these visuals, because that's what it's doing, whether you know it or not. Look, let them take this liquidity out. Simple. If you really want to play it safe, you're gonna wait till underneath 81.15 for puts, and you're gonna wait for 84.20 for calls. If you really want to play it safe. Otherwise, you're stuck in chop between 84.70 and the 20. I wouldn't be surprised if they just leave us there all day. So don't, you know, if you plan on, hold on, let's see. All right, let's see if we get a boom, boom, boom. Let's see if that, or if we start breaking down like this. Okay, here are the setups. You see them on your screen. I don't need to talk too much. Like, everyone sees what's happening. You want to break this green and break this green. Hopefully you get to 84.70. If you get above that, great. Otherwise, we want to break and retest of this red. That's the answer. If you took this purple, don't overstay your welcome. You're inside the range. I'm gonna set my alerts. I'm not gonna play around today. I don't putting alert on green, I'm putting alert on red. This is a business. My time is better spent doing anything else other than looking at candles. I know what the criteria is. I'm not looking at anything until I get green and red. I'm not looking at anything because I know I'm in a range here. So once I see something like this play out, or like this, then I'll have my setup. Unless there's no setup, right? If this happens, then I'll have an idea. If this happens, then I have an idea. Until then, I'm just waiting. Otherwise, look, we're safe in here. Stress-free. You don't even have to think. You don't even have to think. You just have to know colors. You just got to know colors. If you pass kindergarten, you'll be fine. You will be fine. If you pass kindergarten, and if you can follow, if you understand what a path means, that's just how simple this is. Look, we're in green until we're not. We're in green until we're not. Puts on the top of green, calls on the bottom of green. It's gonna get easier from here, watch. It's gonna get easier. This is the answer. Whatever's happening on you, if it doesn't follow this pattern, then we don't have a setup. Very easy. If you took purple, don't overstay your welcome. You better be trailing this. All right, Discord, if you took our purple, right? The setup was build in magenta, break purple. So if you took purple, you know, you need to start adjusting your stop. This was our setup, right? Either break a blue, if you got stopped out, well, this break a blue was a certain condition. If you got stopped out here, no big deal. You can't be wrong twice in a row. If you would have took the purple, there's your money, right? You can't be wrong twice in a row with this strategy. It's very hard. Yeah, purple was a good call. All right, now our put setup is almost here. So just be patient. And then if it happens, just don't overstay your welcome. Expect a dance. You have to expect a dance here. They're gonna grab liquidity. It's not gonna be all green candles in your direction. So stop being weird. I think the telemarketers gave up because it literally just says telemarketer question mark. Okay, alert got triggered. Now let's see what we got. All right, now our setup, we want to look for a break and retest and reject underneath this, what is this? Underneath this red. Let's see if that happens. And if that doesn't happen, then look. Then well, we already know the setup, right? It's green. Look, we're still in our range. Don't get caught in here. Don't get caught in here. Let whatever needs to happen, let it happen. You don't know if there's $500 million and someone waiting with their sweaty finger to hit call, buy $500 million. You don't know that, so wait. We're gonna follow the wave. We're gonna jump on the wave once it's triggered. I'm just gonna delete that really quick. There. So here's the liquidity grab here. Here's the liquidity grab. They're gonna, we've reached key level. So they're either gonna, this is the liquidity to push up, to break green, or this liquidity to push down, to retest and reject red. Stress free, stop thinking. One of these two things is going to happen, and if it doesn't, guess what? That means you won't get caught in here. And then you'll thank me, and then you'll be my best friend. Look, one of these two things is going to happen. It may not look pretty, it's gonna happen. And in maybe an hour or two, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna gloat. And I'm gonna say, see, I told you so. It's always gonna be the same thing, right? It's always gonna be the same thing. So whenever you're ready to join on the gloating, let me know. I'll tell you whenever this thing happens, or when this thing happens. That's when we gloat. If you took purple, your trade better be protected. Okay, look. Oh man, what? We're a couple cents off of this target here that I originally had. A couple cents off, so let's let it play. I'm gonna reset my, I'm gonna put the alert back because it didn't do what I needed to do at this time. So I'm gonna put the alert right back. Oh wait, is it still here? I'm gonna clean this up because I don't know what this means. I'm gonna put this back. You see why we wait? This is why we wait for our confirmation. Because you don't know that someone has $500 million in calls that their little sweaty finger is gonna pull the trigger. You don't know that, right? Neither did I. That's why I waited. You're in green until you're not. This is very simple. Stop thinking. You're in green until you're not. You don't need to think anymore. Stop. That's how simple this is. Once you identify the algos and once you realize that which ones are being respected, this gets easy. Until we break green, there's no reason to think otherwise. This green, by the way, this green I'm talking about, our movement green. Until we break our movement, there's no reason to think otherwise. Dang, I misspoke before. Hold on, I misspoke. Let me correct the record. It didn't affect anything, but hold on. I just realized I made a mistake. I need more time. Hold on. I made it. Our put scenario has. I need more time. Hold on. I actually didn't figure out the put scenario. Hold on. Call scenario, yeah, but not the puts yet. The puts is still underneath red with a break and retest, but I don't have the algo yet. My bad. 1, 2. We're actually on our third cycle and I don't have the. All right, give me. All right, let me do some work. I'll be right back. Hold on. I gotta do some work. Hold on. I'm gonna be quiet for a little bit. I need to figure out this last algo. All right, Discord, let's see if this wedge plays out. So it looks like maybe green and blue. We're gonna see. We're gonna look to see if it's gonna be calls on the break of green with the break and retest of 84.16. So something like this. Look, we're still in our range, so you didn't miss anything. You're still in this range. Let it happen. Just let this thing happen. Or let this thing happen. I hope we understand why it's important that those patterns need to happen. It just has to. This is our best probability. Solitaire with a half a billy. Hey, Solitaire, let me get a small monetary loan. For real, let me hold something. Let me borrow $18.37. I'm good for it. Come on, let's go. It's getting tired. I mean, we know what's gonna happen. Why are they just prolonging this? Look at this deer wandering, just wandering aimlessly in the woods. It doesn't know that it has a target right on its head. Look at this poor deer. We're gonna eat good today. DED. It's dead. DED's dead last time I checked. Come on now, let's lift. We need some armor piercing rounds or what? Let's go. Jeez. Yo, we gotta put that one on repeat. Whenever that presents itself, maybe that's a little hint we need to put up there. I love that. Wait for it. Don't force it. Wait for it. It'll be obvious. This will be obvious at this point. It's not gonna trick you. It's gonna be obvious. Or if it's not, let it be obvious to you. Just let it be obvious. This is good liquidity built up. You're not gonna be late. Whichever way it goes. If it breaks blue, if it breaks green above this green. So look, it's gonna be blue and break of red with a break and retest, break of green and with a break and retest of green, right? As long as you protect against that, you'll be fine. Now you know you're gonna be like, oh no, break of green, and then it's gonna hit this, gonna reject, and you're like, oh, thank God I didn't get in, and then it's gonna continue. How many times is that gonna happen to you? Same thing on the underside. It doesn't matter which way it goes, we always make the same mistake. Let's stop making that same mistake. It's an easy fix. If we, at least we can recognize the issue. We can recognize the issue. Now you can fix it. So stop front running, allow whatever needs to happen. If it's the break of green and break and retest of this green, then allow that. And then don't overstay your welcome, right? Because you know it's 84.70s. They're looking at it. Let it happen. Don't have a bias until this happens. Just let it happen. I like that. Dang, I like that. Who put that? Oh, 3K? I like that. That's probably applicable right now. Let it be obvious. Let it be obvious. Look, they're playing right here. You see all the wicks right here? They're playing right here. It needs to be a break and retest, right? This is our clue that this may happen. We have to allow this to happen. You see where we got caught up last time. So that's why we need to wait till we get above this. It has to be if we break this and we break this. See that rejection? Easy. Allow it to happen. Look, if you're playing the game in between green and red, that's on you. This is very simple. Look at the chart. You don't even need to think. You don't need to think. And if you're too impatient to wait for the break and retest on one of red or green, then this is not for you. Stop wasting your money. I'm telling you as a friend, maybe even a family friend at this point, if you don't have the ability to allow what the market needs to do to get our comfort, because look, we're just going sideways. We're at market open. Certain things need to happen. If you're not going to allow it, then stop wasting your money. This is not for you. And yes, this is not advantageous for me to tell you, yeah, you know what, just join, you'll be fine. No. I'm not going to do that. No. Because I have a conscience, and I know that the afterlife is more important than this one. And I'm not going to live, I can't have I just can't do it to people. I don't have it. I know, a lot of people succeed from profiting off of other people's downfall or misgivings, misknowings, whatever it is. I can't do it. I can't do it because it doesn't seem like a good win. I need a good win, I need a fair fight. I don't like charity for me. I like giving a charity. I don't like it though. One of my, this is gonna sound weird. One of my charities I always give to is breast cancer. I was gonna say one of my favorite charities is breast cancer, but I don't know. You know what? My best buddy's mom, she passed away. This is when we were kids, and it hit me so hard that yeah, breast cancer has been a thing that I've always paid attention to. So one of the causes that I give to is breast cancer. And I always love the shirt that says save second base. That may be crude, but I'm sorry. Ah, okay. 3K. 3K chill. Oh my god. All right, I'm glad we identified this little wedge here, right? And let it be obvious, right? We're not gonna let these little wicks get us. You gotta let it be obvious. It's gotta be more than just one thing. We're beyond the point where it's just the break of. Now we need, you know, we're not messing with money anymore. Now we're being serious. It's the break of this, and we need our, because we don't want. Here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to protect us against secondary liquidity. I don't know if you guys have been noticing that, but I've been doing. It's not only this, it's also this plus this. I've been doing that a lot lately because I'm noticing the patterns, right? I'm getting better too. I'm getting better. So are you. So are you. We need to allow this to happen. I'm not getting involved in between red and green. If the market stays here all day, great. I just saved myself some money and heartache. Look, again, if you're taking this purple, you got to protect your trade. I know purple is our setup. If you're taking break of purple, you have to protect your trade because you don't want to get chopped up in the chopped up in the slop. I tried to be clever with that, but it didn't work out, so we're going to ignore that moment in time. This is good liquidity building up. This is good liquidity. It's going to move. It's gonna move, and then because I identified this, everyone's gonna be my best friend. Watch, one of these things is gonna happen, and everyone's gonna be my best friend. It's okay, I like best friends. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see if we get this break and retest. Just because you see this, okay, here goes the alert. Let's get the break and retest now. Now this candle makes me think it might be a single candle break and retest. Break. I actually don't know if it's gonna be single candle or not. Looks like it. Let's see. It's almost like someone told you that there's going to be a pullback and the price, the first stop is going to be at 82.77. I don't know. It's almost like we knew ahead of time exactly where we're going to pull back, right? Look, 870 or 82.75, the next target. Look, it's almost like we knew this ahead of time. If you're not in my Discord, you have to send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. We broke the green on our 5-minute chart. This is a winner, right? This is our winner. A one candle break, retest, reject. Protect your trade. There's a Christmas gift. I told everyone what was going to happen. If you didn't collect by now, nothing I can do for you. Let's see if we get this retest and reject. So here's the one candle break. Here's the next candle retest. Let's see if we get the one candle reject. So if you're waiting for this, wait for it. If you've been waiting patiently for this, now's the time where you're like really focused on the candle pattern. You're gonna look to see, or you know, your key levels hit, and then you're gonna look at candle patterns to see if you're gonna get that rejection you're looking for, and then you're gonna hope you're not. You know, you're gonna tell yourself, I'm not gonna be late. I'm not gonna be late. You're gonna hope and pray. You're gonna see one red candle. You're gonna stop yourself out, and then you're gonna be like, gosh darn it, because it's gonna keep on going in the direction you thought it was gonna go in, and then you realize I played it too tight, or I should have been patient, or I should have waited for my confirmation. I should have waited for the break, retest, and reject. Right? All these things are gonna go through your mind. Just be patient, let it play out. Break, we're gonna see the retest, right? We've got some green candles to retest. We need to see some rejection underneath red. See, look, see how we had these wicks up here telling us rejection? Let's see that same thing over here. Maybe we want to look for a certain thing to tell us when the play's over. Okay? Just don't overstay your welcome. You'll be fine. Now let's look for the break, retest, and we want to see a reject underneath red. So let's wait for that reject. Let's wait for it, right? See, look, a couple of wicks. See a couple of wicks. So let's see if we get this same, right? See the wicks. Let's see if we get this underneath red. That's what we want to see underneath red. Now this wick, we don't like this wick here on the 1037 candle if you're in puts. But we like to see a lot of them up here to tell us they're rejecting, right? So look, either they're grabbing the liquidity because they want to do the dance right here. So the dance is going to look like a quick down, up, down. Or this wick right here is going to be the liquidity grab for the up. So wait for the break, retest, and reject, or the break, retest, and reject above. Nothing's changed. It's all the same stuff. I don't even know why I keep repeating myself. Nothing's changed. Just wait for whatever needs to happen. It'll be obvious to you. Wait for it to look like a rejection. Look at the rejection here. It took how long? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. About 13, 14 minutes. Same thing over here. About 10 minutes. We're about halfway through, right? We're at the 6-minute mark here. So look, rejection can take 14 minutes, 10 minutes, however long it's going to take to reject. Now this candle here made me think it's going to be that one candle boop, but look what they did. That's why it's good to wait for the break, retest, reject. The rules never change. We're in green until we're not in green, right? We're in green until we're not. We're going to see if we're going to move into blue, though. We're trying to see. We need to get a rejection back underneath red. We're in green until we're not in green. If you're trading inside of this range, that's on you. You have to wait for the break, the retest, and the reject of either way. You have to wait for it. It simply has to happen. If it doesn't look like that, then there is no trade. You're in green until you're not. This thing could just travel down green all day. So wait for the setup. And deer's been wandering around way too long. Look, we're not getting, me personally, I'm not getting involved in here. If I miss this green, fine. I'll wait for this. Because I see the fake out here. I see the fake out here. So there might be a secondary liquidity here. Let me just mark it out now. Now maybe the secondary liquidity, maybe I feel a little safer on this one. If 83.74 becomes support, until then, we're in green. If you didn't take any trades yet, good. We didn't really get a setup, right? Our setup is break and retest a red, break and retest a green. That's our setup. It has to be. Otherwise, we're in the lick box, right? We're still just in the lick box. So allow whatever needs to happen to happen. Okay, they're still stuck between green and blue. Here's our green, here's our blue. We're caught in between the two. Yeah. This is our range. Buy calls on red, buy puts on green until it breaks. Until we break above green or below red, that's the pattern, right? Calls on red, puts on green. Calls on red, puts on green. Calls on red, puts on green. This is the pattern. It's gonna be that pattern until we break that pattern. That's the answer. Now, I've been sitting on my hands for a little bit. I might go ahead and take, if we break this, I might take a little trade. I'm just gonna test the water here. I'm gonna take a little, you know what, I'm getting antsy and I kinda wanna test the water, so. I'll just wait. I'm gonna wait till we get above. I can feel that I'm getting antsy and I'm getting FOMO. So I'm recognizing my psychology at this point. So I'm recognizing that I'm willing to be a little more risky, and recognizing that is telling me that I should wait for the actual setup, which is a break and retest. Because I'm so thirsty for the trade that for some reason I want to buy a call now, and there's nothing that is saying to buy a call. Besides my mind telling me buy call, there's nothing else telling me to buy call. It's just, I don't know. I feel like if we broke blue and we didn't continue, that this may be a liquidity grab to grab the liquidity to push us back up. That's why I'm thinking this may be a call. That's my reasoning. That liquidity grab, we broke blue, it didn't continue, they grabbed liquidity, now they want to push it up. This is what they needed to grab. And this is the wick right here that I said I'm not a big fan of. This wick on 1037 candle. I'm not a fan of this wick. We didn't want to see this one. These, okay, but this one, no, didn't like that. I'll buy a call. I'm gonna buy a call and I'll put a tight stop. We'll see. I'll stop it here for like a couple bucks. Yeah, if this key level doesn't form support, then we're gonna wait for green. This is just a single contract test on calls. If it gets below this dotted line, I'm out. This is just a test. I don't think anyone else would do this. Everyone else would wait until above green on the break and retest. Don't get involved inside of this range that I have, this green and red range. Don't get involved here. This is just me experimenting. There's been so many times I just want to stop the bleeding, but I'm gonna let it go. I'm just gonna let it go. I already knew this is for experimentation purposes, so. It still hasn't broken even yet because I got a late fill. I might give this a little more room because I kind of like this candle here, so I might give it a little more room. I'm at least gonna let it play out. Next time, wait for the rejection. Wait for it. It'll be obvious. You gotta wait for the rejection next time, Solitaire. Just don't over leverage. You'll be fine. If we're in here, just stay away in here. This is about to get me. This is the most uncomfortable hold. Oh my goodness, that is uncomfortable. All right, I'm finally broken even. Oh man, I'm just at break. Okay, now hold on. Let's see if we can get above. All right. Okay, back to broke even. All right, cool. We're broke even now, and I'm just gonna wait. I gotta wait. There's nothing I can do here. I need some more space. So I made my decision. I'm just gonna wait for it to play out now. I'm gonna wait till I can safely protect it, because if I do it now, I'm gonna get stopped out for fees. So I gotta wait a little bit. And it keeps going in between profit and not. So it's like right on the edge. So I need to wait, you know, till above green at least, something like that. If it goes, otherwise I'll be stuck in this for a while. Okay, now we got our fees protected. That was uncomfortable. I'm still right there, so I need a little bit more. I need more time. This could easily still go against me. My stop loss is moved, so I won't take that loss that I was gonna take before. But I just gotta let it play. And the reason I'm playing it so tight is because I see the price action and I'm trying to be slick. It's being difficult. It keeps going in between like break even and loss. So I gotta wait. Nothing to do here. Starting to lose hope in it, but nothing to do. Just gotta sit here and wait. If I start moving my stop now, I will guarantee the stop out, right? I'll guarantee it. If I just, at least I have a chance if I let it play out. Even though it's not looking the way I want it to, my best bet is just to let it play out and stop allowing these emotions to get the best of me. Because right now I'm break even. No, I'm not. Right? So I just need to let it play out. It's just going sideways. We just need this little pop to break the liquidity, and it's looked like it's going against me. So I will say this is not going to be any significant loss. Not even really anything to write home about, because I'm not going to allow this to get crazy like loss. I knew this is an experiment. This is experimentation money, so yeah, it's starting to burn out. I don't think I'm going to be able to survive a week bear cycle. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to survive a week bear cycle, so we need this thing to pop. Okay, I'm just gonna let it play out. We're gonna see what happens. I move my stop to the dotted line. If it gets stopped out here, then it gets stopped out. Otherwise, I'm just gonna let this play. I'm just gonna let this play out. There's nothing I can really do here. If we can get price above 83.93, where that's some type of support, then I'll start to move my stop to break even. Excuse me, inside of fees, but yeah, break even. So now I'm at break even, but I still need a little more. So I don't have to take any loss here. I can stop out for a profit. Just want to give it a little bit more room. I don't think I'm going to survive. All right, now we're in profit. A little bit of profit, right? But now I don't know if I want to survive this bear cycle. So it's tough. I'm here, I'm just being quiet, letting it play out. The volume is dropped off a cliff. Volume has died off. I'm just quiet. I'm just being here. There's nothing for me to say or do. I'm just letting the play out. Okay, I guess we're in the weak bear now. All right, we're holding for the weak bear, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna get up and walk around. I'm gonna circulate some blood. I'll be right back. This is just going sideways. Don't overtrade. I'll be right back. Okay, this was extremely uncomfortable to hold through this, but here, look, now we're in profit. I told everyone what I was gonna do. I put my stop, I drew the dotted line here to show you where my stop was. We're in profit, trade protected, okay. Man, that was uncomfortable, but we all walked through it together, right? So look, break a green, you hold, you embrace the retrace, you wait for them to get into money. Look, we knew 10-15 minutes it's gonna take. That's how long it took, right? I walked through this entire trade with everybody. Break a green, you embrace the retrace, right? I saw I saw the dance, I took the trade. If it didn't work, oh well. Then I know where my next setup is, right? It's underneath red. There we go. All right, look at the money we just printed, right? On the break of green. It's hard to be wrong twice in a row. All right, this was uncomfortable, but we did it together. I told you guys I'm here. We did it together. All right, now if you're waiting for the break and retest, now you wait for the break and retest, right? You see kind of what it needs to look like. You see you got to be uncomfortable. All right, there. All right, now my single contract got taken out. I told everyone one contract, I'm gonna wait till key level, got taken out. This was my strategy. I got 100% of what I wanted to get. I told you I was chasing this, boom. I got stopped out exactly on my profit target. Okay? So now if I need to get back in, I'm gonna wait for the break and retest. You know, I did what I could. I know I can get from here to here. I got it. I stopped out. If it goes past this, great. Great. But, you know, you can only ask from level to level, right? I knew from green to green, that's all I could ask for. That's what I took. If I need to get back in, I will. All right, so we all walk through a trade. The strategy works. You just got to stick with it. It hasn't failed yet. I don't know. It hasn't failed yet, so. And either way, it doesn't have to work every time. It doesn't have to. That's not a thing. You know, everyone heard how uncomfortable I was. Everyone, well, in the Discord, they saw me typing. You know, we walked through it together. And yeah, it's not easy. This is the hard thing. This is the hard thing. Here's your second bite at the apple on key level, right? It's very rare that the price touches one time and just turns around. Very rare. Like this right here, how the price touched one time and it turns around, that's rare. Especially on this momentum candle, this is a tough one. But you know, we knew because I said it. I literally called it out 3 minutes before the market opened what was gonna happen. If you're waiting for your break and retest, wait for it. I told you it was gonna happen. One of these two things is going to happen. How you play it, that's on you. And it wouldn't be crazy to see a rejection on this green and buy a put, because you see it's puts on green, puts on green, puts on green. You'll know this changes once you break green, retest, and reject green, right? Once the pattern changes, okay. Okay. All right, let me focus a little bit. I'm still here, just need to focus. Let me focus a bit. I'm being quiet. Give me a moment. This one's highlighted a 2. This one's a 2, okay? Protect your trade. Protect your trade. Look at the money we printed. Look at the money. It's hard to be wrong twice in a row, I'm telling you. I'm still here. I'm just focusing. Hold on. I know there's going to be a little pullback here, so see, we know there's going to be a dance on the key level, so break. Let's see if it's going to be okay. Oh my God. That is Mr. Alvaro. Oh my goodness, look at them. I'm glad you're all here with me. We did it together. We did all of this together. There, it's hard to be wrong twice in a row. You see what I'm saying? Look at the money. There it is. Now don't overstay your welcome. This is I took this one. I took this one here. I'm not gonna overstay my welcome. Oh man. All right, I got back in over here, just like I said. Let's let this win. I take my own trades, right? If I knew that green, I knew this was a risky one, but once I got here, I know this is gonna print money. How much? I don't know that, but I knew this was gonna print money. Who doubted me? If you're interested in learning how to trade with me, send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. Today's going to be pretty much the last day to get in, to lock yourself in at the discounted rate forever, right? You're going to get locked in, grandfathered in at this rate. It's going to be after this month, it's going to be 125. But you're going to get locked in at that rate. Get in now. This is Bitcoin 2011. Listen, even if you got it wrong over here, it's really hard to be wrong twice in a row. You understand what I'm saying? Very hard to be wrong twice in a row. This is the strategy working out to perfection. This is it right here. I walked through this entire trade with everybody. Everyone heard. This is, you gotta, everyone heard me go through it. You saw me, I was uncomfortable. You're not doing this alone. You don't have to win every trade. And it may take you, a little while. It may take you, look at the money we just printed on the break of our green. There's nothing more I can do. I've done my job today, right? I've done my job. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Kwanzaa. If I'm missing anything else, Merry, Happy, all of that as well. Today's been a great day. Look at the money. Oh my goodness. Look at the money we just printed. We can do this. We can do this. There's only one option over here. There's only one thing to do here. There was no put scenario here. There was only one thing to do. This is stress-free. I told you, it's about to get way easier. Every time I've said that, I've been 100%. I'm not saying it's going to be like that all the time. I'm just telling you what the data is. I'm just telling you what the facts are. You don't have to believe me. Go rewind all my live streams. You can hear for yourself. Usually around this time is when I say it's about to get a lot easier from here, and literally the next play is a win. I'm not making it up. Go check for yourself. You don't have to believe me. I don't want you to believe me. I want you to believe you. Right to the target. It doesn't get any better than this. Look at the money we just printed. There it is. This is too easy. Now, if you got shook up over here, Or if you hesitated over here, or if you hesitated over here, there's nothing wrong with that. This is the journey you're taking. You have to go through this to understand. You have to go through this, through the discomfort. You have to go through taking the loss. You have to go through stopping yourself out. If you don't go through those lessons, you're never going to know the right thing to do. You have to learn the lesson. You have to feel the pain. That's unfortunate. You know, there's only so much I can do, right? I can tell you buy calls on this green. I can tell you buy puts on the break and retest, but you're going to need the experience to understand what I mean. You're going to look at the money we just printed. Look at the money. Look at the money. And when you heard me say, hold on, let me focus. When we broke green, I got back in on the trade. I got back in on the trade. And I told you I would. I'm not gonna overstay my welcome because I'm only gonna be on here a little bit longer. This is my Christmas gift to everybody. If this goes, hold on. It's about to stop me out. I put my stop on key level. It's gonna stop me out on key level. Hopefully it continues up. If not, I'm gonna get stopped out, and then that's gonna be my day for today if I get stopped out here. Let's go a little bit more, a little bit more. A little more. I like that. Just want to one more push up. You know, to blue would be nice. If we can get to blue, you see where I drew my path. If we can get to 85.50, that'll be really nice. That'll be a nice early Hanukkah gift. Come on, let's go. Okay, okay. It's testing my stop. It's testing my stop. I want a nice early Hanukkah gift. Come on, go, go, go. Oh, okay, it got me. Okay, this is a good trade. Here, let's review the trades. Man, today it was okay. I think it was fine. It did what it was supposed to do. Maybe a fake out here, maybe. I think one of us got faked out on that one. But that's a reasonable fake out. Like, this one, I get it. That's a reasonable one. You know, the break and retest would have been better, but... Look, they stopped me out just by a wick. That's okay. All right, listen. I'm gonna call it here. The holidays are coming up. I want everyone to enjoy the holiday. Understand, what we're doing here is the hard thing, and the hard thing isn't gonna take a week. It's not gonna even take a month. It took me longer. You see the risk I'm taking. You hear me take. You're watching me take. Well, the Discord. You're watching me take my trades in real time. I'm telling you what's happening. Worst case scenario, let's say I'm lying. No one loses anything, right? Let's just say that's true. You don't lose anything. But the point is this: you see the results. You're hearing me be uncomfortable and winning. So if I can do it, what's the difference between me and you? There is no difference. Our risk tolerance is the difference, right? And I'm a little more risky because I understand the risk better than you do. But you can too. It's just gonna take you a little bit of time and a little bit of cash, but it'll be worth it because you're gonna get it back on the back end. So send me an email. You got to do it today, pretty much. You got to do it today, or at least before the end. If you get it before the end of the year, I'll still honor my word. But the price is going up. This is a very valuable product. It is what. Look, I'm proving it. I'm proving it in real time. So if this isn't enough for you, if actual numbers and statistics and data isn't enough for you, then you're probably not good at math, and the stock market's not for you. I'm being a friend and telling you this. And you need to be honest with yourself. Look at the money that's being printed right now. DC, where are you at? I know you're at over 100% now. There it is. I already knew it, right? Had to be. Okay, listen. I'm done gloating. Look, I told you I was gonna gloat. I love to gloat. I do this because I like to gloat, okay? So listen, also in the Discord members, if you're new and you see someone that's, you know, has a really good track record or they're doing pretty well, why don't you, we're in it together, right? There's no shame in saying, hey, help me out, or you know, when, you know, put a poll in the chat, something. We need to help each other because, you know, I feel like you're gonna have strength in numbers with you all, because you're not gonna have my risk tolerance. DC maybe DC and DJ, because they're always in, like, even before I'm in trade. Sometimes they're like, I'm taking the one. They don't care about two. They're like, one, got it. But anyways, I'm rambling. I want you guys to have a good holiday. Join the Discord. Next year, we're only getting better. We're only getting better. The price is going up. Join now. We had a pretty good year. This is gonna be, yeah, I'm signing out for this year. I'm not gonna be back anymore this year. I'm gonna allow the Discord members, if you guys want to say something to the world. I'm not sure, DJ. I'm not exactly sure, but I will let you guys know with plenty of notice. Maybe a week or two, maybe. I'm not gonna take that long off, but I'll let you guys know. But if in the Discord, if you guys want to say anything to the world, I'll be your voice. You can type now. If not, forever hold your peace. And I will be saying your Discord screen name. Okay, the Discord says, go to hell. No, I'm just kidding. All right, I love everyone. Okay, hold on. All right, Mrs. DJ 0430 says, everyone on YouTube, God bless you. And I think she means that. I do believe she means that. Okay, Mr. DC Wilson says, why are you guys putting me in these awkward positions? He says woody woo. And Mr. DC is he's one of our deer hunters. This guy's a pig hunter, a deer hunter. This guy's all over, he's got big game all over his wall. So okay, that's been my time. I love you guys. YouTube, it's been a pleasure. Join me, send me an email, I'll get you set up. Next year, Rhino, this is for you. Next year, we're gonna have a landing page set up, so it's gonna be top notch. And I wanna get some of the Discord members involved in it also, because I wanna go ahead and do that. I wanna get some input from you guys. So this is our business. This is not just gonna be me. You'll see. Is this gonna take us time? We're getting there though. I'm getting shadow banned less. I'm gonna start making more of the afternoon videos. And I plan on bringing you guys with me. When I'm saying that, I mean we're gonna create something like a firm, right? We're gonna get new members, and then I'm gonna have the older members, the OGs. They're gonna have jobs, and they're gonna be training up people to understand what's going on. And eventually, when the Discord gets out of control, maybe I have another operator charting with me, right? If we need more Discord space. So that's the plan. We're gonna do that. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. One of two things is gonna happen, and it's gonna be success either way. So yeah, we're gonna talk about it. YouTube, it's been a pleasure. It's been a good year, a very good year, and we're gonna do it again next year. Have a good one. I love you. Goodbye.